Tank is a name that sends shivers down the spine of any fighter daring to face him. Renowned for his explosive power, blistering speed, and the uncanny ability to conclude bouts with just one devastating punch, Davis has carved out a near-legendary status in the world of boxing. What often goes unnoticed, however, is his remarkable training regimen. While fans marvel at his devastating knockouts, the reality is that the work he puts in behind the scenes is just as awe-inspiring as his electrifying performances under the spotlight.
I'm gonna beat his ass for y'all talking.
Shit. Wait,
for real, so y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all this me and you, fool.
A recent video of Davis went viral, offering fans a rare peek into the secret behind his dominance. In the clip, Davis works with a medicine ball, but not in the conventional way most athletes do. While many use it to build core strength by slamming it against a wall or the ground, Davis takes the exercise to a whole new level. Instead, he incorporates two other people into the routine, turning a typical workout into a dynamic display of reflexes, balance, and power. The sight of Davis effortlessly maneuvering the ball in this intense, high-energy drill captivated fans and set the internet abuzz with admiration and discussion.
Rematch clause, people, so get ready for 2 fights. But, yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight Riot.
One fan captured the sentiment perfectly, commenting, "I don't know what he's training for, but the results speak for themselves." Another chimed in with a playful jab, saying, "That's the toughest opponent he's faced." It's not just admiration flooding in. There's a mix of awe, humor, and curiosity surrounding Davis's gym routines. After all, his record speaks volumes: 30 wins, 28 by knockout. That kind of achievement isn't handed out. It's forged through relentless effort and, as the video reveals, some truly innovative training techniques. What makes this particular exercise and Davis's overall regimen so significant is its intense focus on core strength. For boxers, the core is everything. It generates the power behind punches, provides the stability for balance, and serves as the first line of defense against punishing body shots.
9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at knife.
I'm telling you, you saying you going down in a knife?
Davis understands this better than most, both as a fighter who dishes out devastating body shots and one who's had to endure them. His workouts aren't about impressing anyone with flashy routines. They're about preparing his body to withstand the grueling demands of boxing. The training video offers insight into why Davis is so explosive in the ring. His power isn't just a product of raw strength. It's a calculated fusion of technique, speed, and precision. The way he maneuvers the medicine ball reflects the mastery he has over his body, a control that translates into the fight-ending punches fans have come to expect. Watching Davis train feels like observing a master craftsman at work, where every movement serves a purpose and every detail is deliberate. Yet, while the video had fans buzzing about his intense work ethic, it also reignited a familiar debate. Is Davis's dominance in the ring purely the result of his talent and relentless effort, or has strategic matchmaking played a part? Some critics argue that Davis hasn't consistently faced the toughest competition, suggesting his impressive record might not tell the full story. Regardless of the opinions, one thing is clear: Davis doesn't leave anything to chance. His innovative training methods alone prove he's willing to push himself to the limit. Adding to the buzz, Davis is currently at the center of significant drama surrounding his next fight. He's scheduled to defend his WBA lightweight world title against Lamont Roach on March 1st in Brooklyn, New York, or is he? Just before Christmas, Davis stunned the boxing world with an explosive Instagram post declaring, "The fight is F***King canceled." The announcement sent shockwaves through fans, analysts, and even his opponent, throwing everyone into a state of uncertainty. Lamont Roach, however, appeared unfazed by Davis's shocking announcement. Instead, he responded with a confidence that turned heads across the boxing community. Shortly after Davis's post, Roach shared a video of himself shadowboxing, looking sharp, focused, and ready. He followed it up with a bold statement on Instagram. He said that, "Not me. I'm locked in. Ain't changed. March 1st, Brooklyn. #and the new." The message was crystal clear. Roach was dialed in and wasn't about to let Davis's words disrupt his preparations. Adding to the intrigue, Roach's father and trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., addressed the situation during a Boxing Day interview, saying, "We haven't heard anything." This only deepened the mystery surrounding the fight, leaving fans and analysts questioning whether Davis's post was a strategic ploy, a moment of frustration, or a legitimate announcement. Meanwhile, Roach's unshaken demeanor sent a message of its own. No matter the noise, he's ready to seize his moment.
Anything different as far as training going into this fight versus your other fights?
I do something different every training camp. I make the workload harder. Obviously, this is a 3-division world champ. And, you know, we got to train. We got to train like we fight one of the best fighters ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to do.
As far as I'm concerned, the fight is still on. Nothing has changed on our end. With this bold declaration, the Roach camp made it clear they're fully prepared, regardless of the uncertainty surrounding the fight. Their unwavering focus has only fueled speculation about what's really going on. Meanwhile, Davis has remained unusually silent since his explosive Instagram post. He hasn't clarified if the fight is truly canceled, if his comments were made out of frustration, or if it's all part of a calculated promotional strategy. After all, boxing is no stranger to psychological warfare and last-minute drama designed to shake things up. For fans eagerly anticipating this clash, the silence has been excruciating. The lack of clarity has left them hanging, wondering whether they'll witness Davis defend his title or if Roach will get his shot at glory under entirely different circumstances.
And Baltimore guys don't like each other. You know what I mean? So, it was a DC guy that I got into it with.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So one of the older guys named Dana, he basically told me chill out. Like.
Then, on New Year's Day, a glimmer of hope emerged. Davis's promotional company, GTD Promotions, shared a New Year's graphic featuring Davis alongside the words, "See you March 1st." This was the first solid hint that the fight might still be in play, and fans quickly latched onto it, interpreting it as a sign that the highly anticipated matchup could be back on track. Despite the buzz generated by this post, no official announcement has followed, leaving everyone in suspense. The cryptic message has only added to the mystery, with fans, analysts, and even the fighters themselves anxiously waiting for clarity on whether the showdown is truly happening.
It's going to be a party
And
on your
I'm
floor.
gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the
Thank everybody that played a part in it. My team, Roberto Diaz, Gary Jonas.
on my kids, he was shaking on this thing. On my kids, he was shaking. How you gonna say it's cap? And
It gotta be.
You gonna say it's cap? I'm watching this.
The timing of all this is nothing short of intriguing. Davis is coming off a year filled with monumental wins, and a showdown with Roach would be the perfect way to launch into the new year. For Roach, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Facing a powerhouse like Davis is no easy feat, but the potential reward, a world title and the chance to shock the boxing world, makes the risk well worth it. This fight isn't just another match. It's a chance to rewrite the narrative and carve his name into boxing history.
See, in Baltimore don't fuck with each other.
Yeah, they
like
don't.
that.
One thing about it, the city gonna show up for you.
Both fighters have so much to gain, which is what makes the uncertainty surrounding the fight so maddening. But this isn't the only aspect of Davis's preparation making headlines. Just a few days ago, he posted another training video that had fans buzzing. Davis looked absolutely shredded, even though his fight with Lamont Roach is still 3 months away. Typically, fighters ease into their training camps with so much time left before the big night. But Davis? He's already looking like he's in peak condition, and the internet is going wild over it. His dedication and early preparation have only added to the intrigue, leaving fans eager to see what's next.
Solve Tank Davis. What do you need to do together with you and your team and obviously your son to score that victory?
We got a game plan. We're going to execute it, and we're going to get the results.
Move that head, bob and weave, bob and weave.
Videos from a recent press event only intensified the buzz surrounding Davis. He posed confidently for the cameras, showcasing a physique that's got everyone talking. One fan couldn't hold back, commenting, "Lamont Roach is in trouble. Tank Davis is in shape right now." Another added, "Tank is looking insane." The reactions kept flooding in, with one fan highlighting how big and strong his shoulders looked, while another excitedly remarked, "Champ in shape. It's up." Fans are clearly fired up, and it's easy to see why. Davis isn't just showing up to fight. He's sending a message loud and clear. He's ready to dominate. His focus, intensity, and physical readiness are undeniable, making it clear that he's preparing for more than just a win. He's coming for supremacy.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They gonna celebrate with me. Yeah.
But let's not overlook Lamont Roach, the man who will be standing across from Davis on fight night. Roach is no pushover. As the reigning WBA super featherweight champion, he has carved out an impressive career in boxing. In fact, the WBA granted him special permission to move up in weight and challenge Davis for his lightweight title while still holding onto his super featherweight belt. That's a rare opportunity, and it's a clear indication that Roach is regarded as a legitimate contender, not just another name on Davis's record. Roach earned his super featherweight title in a tough, hard-fought battle against Hector Luis Garcia in November 2023, securing the win by split decision. This victory was a testament to his resilience and skill, proving that he's not to be underestimated as he steps into the ring with one of boxing's most feared fighters.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee it.
Calm down.
Roach then successfully defended his belt in June against Fergal MCC. Now, with this move up in weight, he has the opportunity to join the exclusive ranks of two-weight world champions, a list that already includes Davis. It's a historic moment for Roach, and he has everything to fight for. Meanwhile, Davis is no stranger to making history. Before his reign as the WBA lightweight champion, he held both the IBF and WBA super featherweight titles. His transition to lightweight wasn't without its challenges, but he rose to the occasion. In November 2023, Davis was elevated from regular champion to full WBA world champion when Devin Haney vacated the belt. His first defense of that title came in June, where he delivered an impressive 8th-round knockout of Frank Martin, reminding everyone why he's considered one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport. Davis continues to prove his dominance, and with Roach now stepping up to challenge him, it's shaping up to be an epic showdown.
Whether he's a champion or not, you're getting a guy lighter than you to come up and weight to make you look good again. I'm saying.
Fans have long hoped to see Davis face Vasyl Lomachenko in what would have been a blockbuster unification clash. Talks between the two camps began earlier this year, sparking excitement across the boxing world. Lomachenko, renowned for his technical brilliance, seemed like the perfect challenge for Davis, whose power and explosiveness have made him nearly unbeatable. A Davis-Lomachenko fight promised to be a classic showdown, speed versus power, precision versus ferocity. However, those dreams came crashing down in July when negotiations abruptly fell apart. Lomachenko decided to step away from boxing, with his manager, EIS Kuss, explaining that Lomachenko wasn't in the mood to fight Davis at that moment and wouldn't return to the ring until 2025. The unexpected turn of events left fans disappointed, but the hope remains that, one day, the two will share the ring for what could be one of the sport's most anticipated matchups.
I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal.
Fans have been hoping to see Davis face Vasyl Lomachenko.
The announcement left fans both disappointed and confused. Reports had suggested that an agreement was already in place, but top-ranked President Todd Duboff later clarified that the talks never went beyond the initial stages. There was no concrete deal, just a framework for what could have been. The collapse of the Lomachenko fight forced Davis to look elsewhere for his next opponent, and Lamont Roach stepped up to the challenge. While Roach may not carry the star power of Lomachenko, he's a fighter with everything to prove. Moving up in weight to take on a powerhouse like Davis is a bold decision, but it also comes with significant risk. Roach's style is more calculated, relying on skill and strategy rather than sheer power. Against someone like Davis, who can end a fight with a single punch, Roach will need to bring his absolute best to stand a chance. The matchup promises to be a thrilling clash of styles, with both fighters eager to make their mark.
But everybody be talking shit to Gervonta, it don't be coming out good for them, my nigga. I'm just keeping it real.
He obviously is a superstar. But just because it's who he is, this don't change no program that I got going on. I'm here to win. I've been coming to win. And I think the same result will happen on December the 14th.
For Davis, this fight is yet another opportunity to solidify his legacy. At just 29 years old, he's already accomplished so much, but his hunger for more remains insatiable. Every fight is a chance to remind the world why he's considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport. And judging by his current shape, he's not taking Roach, or anyone, lightly. His dedication to staying in peak condition months before fight night speaks volumes about his work ethic and mindset. As fans eagerly count down the days to March, the excitement only continues to build. The clash between Davis and Roach isn't just about titles. It's about two fighters with contrasting styles and different journeys colliding on one of boxing's biggest stages. Davis, with his knockout power and swagger, represents the pinnacle of modern boxing, while Roach, with his technical skills and determination, embodies the grit and hunger of an underdog ready to shock the world. This fight has all the makings of a legendary showdown.
I mean, but again, they pick and choose, so it is what it is. And again, the media like to hate him too, so I'm going to catch a lot of that backlash too. But I mean, it is what it is. I ain't really studying that too much. I'm not worried about narrative. I'm worried about what I can do in the ring.
All right, brother. All right.
For someone with a record as dazzling as Davis's, 30-0 with a knockout rate of over 90%, it's almost baffling how much criticism he still faces. Yet, the criticism is loud and persistent, from fans questioning his consistency to analysts scrutinizing his willingness to fight the best. Davis has become all too familiar with being under the microscope, and one voice that's consistently chimed in on these debates is Showbiz the Adult, a popular boxing commentator who has never hesitated to share his take on Tank's career. Showbiz has called Davis one of the most skilled fighters of this generation, even going as far as to say that his approach to fights is something truly special, something rarely seen in boxing history. Despite the glowing praise, there's a palpable frustration in his words. He's quick to point out that Davis's career decisions, whether it's the opponents he chooses, the gaps between his fights, or the lack of a clear long-term strategy, are holding him back. For someone with Davis's immense talent, expectations are sky-high, and Showbiz, like many others, wants to see him rise to even greater heights.
The shot, everyone stay down. Thank you.
Right up to the tape guys, right here, right there, and go face to face. Just like that. Thank you guys. Yeah.
The comparison to Shakur Stevenson adds an interesting layer to the debate. Showbiz clearly holds both fighters in high regard, expecting the same hunger and ambition from Davis that he sees in Stevenson. However, it's not just about matching Shakur's drive. It's about living up to the standards set by boxing legends like Roberto Duran and Manny Pacquiao. And this is where the criticism really starts to sting. Duran and Pacquiao are iconic not just for their skill, but for their relentless pursuit of greatness. They didn't just dominate one division. They moved up, took risks, and chased the toughest challenges. Pacquiao, in particular, became a champion across 8 weight divisions, a feat that remains unmatched. Showbiz laments that Davis, with his extraordinary power and craftiness, hasn't adopted that same mindset. He envisions a future where Tank is chasing glory at welterweight, calling out fighters like Teofimo Lopez, and systematically dismantling every big name in his path. That's the kind of ambition fans are desperate to see from Davis, pushing the boundaries of his potential and rising to the challenges that could cement his legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats.
I'm not looking at Lamont the way that everybody else look at Lamont. Like I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a real good fight.
The cryptic cancellation message in Davis's recent comments about possibly retiring before 2026 have only fueled concern about his future in the sport. If Tank is already contemplating hanging up his gloves, what does that mean for his legacy? Is he content with his accomplishments, or is there still an unfulfilled hunger to achieve more? These are unsettling questions for fans, and for critics like Showbiz, they signal a worrying possibility that Davis might not be tapping into his full potential. Then there's the question of matchmaking. While Davis's resume includes big wins and jaw-dropping knockouts, some argue that he has been too selective in his choice of opponents. Where are the blockbuster matchups with the likes of Devin Haney, Vasyl Lomachenko, or Shakur Stevenson? Why hasn't Davis consistently sought out the toughest challenges? These questions continue to linger, and they're not going away anytime soon, leaving fans and analysts alike questioning what lies ahead for one of the sport's most talented fighters.
Man, I watched a few of your amateur fights, right? I didn't know that you and Tank fought many years ago as well, man. And I saw that, man. It was a close fight, man. It was a JO 2011.
Yeah.
I was battling back and forth, brother.
Yeah.
See, these boys look like pros as amateurs.
Showbiz isn't the only one expressing frustration. The broader boxing community shares similar sentiments. They admire Davis's incredible skills, marvel at his power, and celebrate his achievements, but they also want more. They want to see him take the risks that define a true legacy. They want him to move up in weight, chase undisputed titles, and challenge the absolute best time after time. That's what the greats did, and it's what they expect from someone as gifted as Tank. For now, the immediate concern is whether the fight with Lamont Roach Jr. will actually take place. If it does, it's another opportunity for Davis to silence his critics, at least temporarily. Roach is a capable fighter with his own ambitions, but he'll be stepping into the ring against one of the sport's most dangerous punchers. A dominant win for Davis would reaffirm his undeniable talent, but even that might not be enough to quiet the calls for him to aim higher and face the top challenges boxing has to offer.
This wish list, 3 names that you want 2025.
I won't say.
No. All right. Who? He's gonna call? All right. Yeah, that's how I usually do.
I don't never call him by out.
Ooh. So it'll be a first time. So more reason to tune in on March 1st.
As it stands, Davis finds himself at a crossroads. His talent is unquestionable, and his achievements are impressive, but the lingering doubts about his career decisions and future plans continue to cast a shadow over his legacy. Critics, led by voices like Showbiz the Adult, aren't backing down. They see the potential in Davis. He could be the fighter who not only dominates, but who dares to take on all comers, chasing greatness with the same ferocity he brings to the ring. The question is whether Davis sees that potential too, and if he does, will he act on it before it's too late? Only time will tell. But for now, the scrutiny continues to follow him. What do you think? Do you believe Davis is on the verge of something bigger, or is his career at a standstill? And what about his announcement of retirement while still having big fights left to deliver? How does that sit with you? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.